After waiting for the weather to clear and the red dirt roads to dry, it was time for us to continue our journey west and hit the Great Central Road. In this episode, we travel 1,222 kilometres from Uluru in the Northern Territory to Leonora in Western Australia. Ideally, we would have liked to have taken longer, but in this case, we did it in 3 driving days, having 2 awesome free camps along the way. So buckle up and watch this iconic trip across the Great Central Road. Well, good morning. So, today's a travel day. We're moving on from Uluru, Kata Tjuta in the Northern Territory, and we will cross another border today into WA. So we're taking the Great Central Road, or the Docker River Road, initially to the border, and then across and onto the Great Central Road. It'll probably take us about 3 days or so. But for the moment, we've pulled over just on the side of the road and we're having breakfast, and that's the beauty of having our entire kitchen set up with us. So we've got our Mitts alloy canopy in the back here, and then if we wander over here, we've got the stove with eggs and bacon going. Sammy's cooking up on our Great Aussie Caravan. So beautiful day for it. As you can see, not much behind us and not much in front of us. It's still an adventure. We'll talk to you later. Bye. Life's good. Egg and bacon pockets. Coffee. Too easy. The Great Central Road started in the 1930s as a track to Warburton. In 1978, funding was given to build a road from Warburton to Docker River in the Northern Territory. In the 1950s and early 60s, Lem Bedell surveyed the desert and created some other four-wheel drive tracks, such as the Gunbarrel Highway and Bedell and Connie Sue highways. The Great Central Road is in fact the section that runs from Laverton in WA through to the WINT border, with the Docker River Road being the continuation through to Uluru. The Great Central Road, as such, forms a small part of the Outback Way, which is an iconic 2,800 kilometre route from Laverton in Western Australia through to Winton in Queensland. A small section of the Great Central Road just outside Laverton was sealed in 2018, with a further section sealed again in 2021. Currently, there is large areas along the Great Central Road and the Docker River Road in Northern Territory being sealed. Funding has been allocated to have the entire Outback Way, that's the 2,800 kilometres, to be fully sealed by 2030. It's important to note that a permit is required when travelling on roads through Aboriginal land, such as the Great Central Road, the Docker River Road, most of the roads or tracks that lead off the Outback Way between Laverton and Uluru. Aboriginal land is private land, it is not Crown land, nor is it public land. The permit system enables permit holders to understand their obligations and responsibilities, helping to preserve Aboriginal heritage and culture, safeguarding the natural environment, and to promote visitor safety. The transit permits are provided online, easily obtainable, and are free. Tjuta, or Lassiter's Cave, is known as the site where the famous gold prospector Harold Lassiter took refuge on his fatal search for Lassiter's Reef. Lassiter took shelter here for about 25 days during January 1931 when trying to find a rich gold deposit that he claimed to have discovered in the area on an earlier expedition. His camels had deserted him and he was stranded in the bush without food. He was later found by a local family who provided him food and water before Lassiter decided to leave the cave and attempt to walk the 140 kilometres to Kata Tjuta. He was weak from dehydration, malnutrition and exhaustion, and he died 3 days later. Okay, so that's day one of the Great Central Road done. We've stopped up for the night, about 80 k's over the border. So we're now in WA. We're about, 10, 15 k's out of Warrakurna. Just a little roadside stop. Set up camp, get a fire going, put some dinner on, a couple of drinks, and then we're out of here tomorrow morning early and off we go again for day two. But look, it was like a highway. Because of all the rain that they had a couple of weeks ago, they've had the graders out doing road repairs and all that all the way along. And it's, mate, the Northern Territory side, everyone complains about it. I'll tell you what, it was superb. So, no problems at all. Just a dirt road, 80, 90 k's an hour, pretty much the whole way. But, so far, day one, unscathed. Catch you later. Since 2016, the Bureau of Meteorology has been automating its network of regional weather stations, all but ending a 100-year tradition of field officers observing weather in the bush. There is one exception, and that's Giles Weather Station, which is located at the Warrakurna community and is home to just 3 weather observers stationed there on 4-month rotations. It is now the last remaining staffed regional weather station on the Australian mainland. Okay, so that's day 2 of the Great Central Road done and dusted, and we survived again. So 502 kilometres of dust mainly, with a little bit of tarmac we knocked out today. So we've gone from Warrakoona, WA, to Chukayula in WA. So 502 k's. Now, campsite for tonight is about 10 k's west of Chukayula, which is a campsite called Nully's Soak. Plenty of sites around, but there's hardly anybody here. So we've got ours. So we've got the fire going, dinner's on, got the bar out. So we'll be here tonight, and then tomorrow we're going to try and knock out about another 400 odd k's and hit Gwalia at the end of the Great Central Road. So it'll be the end of that adventure. A couple of camels today. What else do we see? A brolga. Lots of bush budgies, and we've got plenty of bush budgies around us here as well, which is pretty cool. But yep, going to sit down, have something to eat, drink, and watch the sun go down. Later, guys. Cheers. Hey guys, day 3 on the Great Central Road. Sammy's been driving most of this morning. I think we've done about, I don't know, maybe 120 k's or something like that, and she's been doing it about 150 k's an hour. Nah, seriously, she's been pretty much 80, 90 k's all the way. But yeah, conditions have been good. But I'll give you a report at the end of the day. So we're just doing a coffee stop here. So we've got the Mitz alloy canopy out. Got the induction on and heating up some water for a coffee. But I'll tell you what, I just want to show you this. This is what pisses me off when we're travelling. There's a good little spot here. Actually, you could just be a really good overnight camp, except for all that rubbish and crap that is all over the place. Right, you probably can't see it as much as what I can at the moment. Maybe I'll wander over here and have a look. Hang on. Where is it? Over here. Let's go. Let me just come and have a look at this. These free camps are brilliant, particularly along the Great Central Road. But then when you pull into something like this, and this is what you look at, come over and have a look at this. There you go. Look at that. That's just one. Let's go over and have a look at this one over here. Hey? Tell you what, it's really good when you're travelling around. You've got all these great spots you can pull in and cash in overnight, get some sleep up and get back on the road again. But yeah, not really impressed if you've got to pull into somewhere and it's like this. Have a look at this one. Yeah. And then when you wander around, and this is what you come across too often, and this also pisses me off. It's not that hard. If you're going to have your own fire, that's all good and well. But check this out. This one here. Okay, yes, it is contained. I don't know if you can see that there. In there, there's the red coals. I don't know if you can see that there. It's red coals. So, like, yes, it's contained. That's good. But it's not that hard to put it out. Take your rubbish with you. Put your fires out. And keep these free camps so that we can keep using them. Anyway, we're going to have coffee and get back on the road again. That's my rant done. See you guys.
Breaker pig pen, this here's the duck, and you want to back off them hogs, 10-4 Roger, about 5 miles or so. Hey, you want to give me a 10-9 on that pig pen? Negatory pig pen, you're still too close. Yeah, them hogs are starting to close up my sinuses. Mercy sakes, you better back her off another 10. Yeah, rubber duck, this sodbuster? Come on, sodbuster. Listen, you want to put that microbus in behind that suicide jockey? Yeah, he's hollering dynamite. He needs all the help he can get.
Hey guys, we're at the Laverton Visitor Information Centre at the start of the Great Central Road. Absolute must visit, or at the end, depending on which way you're coming from, I suppose. For us, it was at the end. Absolute must visit. They also have a presentation called The Great Beyond, which mixes holograms, dioramas and other exhibits to talk about the great explorers that opened up the desert region of Western Australia. Absolutely worth a visit. That's the Laverton Visitor Information Centre, and the staff here are great. They'll certainly look after you with a coffee in their little coffee shop. Cheers.
Find a fertile and valuable district beyond for settlement. My plan throughout the expedition is to leave Mr. Monger in charge of base camp, while I execute flying runs with 3 other men to find local natives to lead us to hidden waterholes. We're exploring many miles beyond the limits of our settled country, and the Aboriginals we've encountered so far have had no previous contact with white men.
Today I've come across a very old fellow sitting next to a fire, mate.
Of Dr. Leichhardt. It is believed that Leichhardt may have perished in Western Australia on his doomed expedition across the continent.
I charted a considerable part of the Australian coastline with that sextant.
It's a beautiful instrument. There's a lot of activity on the streets. The colony appears to be growing.
I wish it were true. Unfortunately, the settlers are leaving the colony every month for lack of opportunity.
And often it's not till you're in such a hell that a man will start to pray. 1,200 miles from Adelaide we were, supplies gone, a fellow murdered, a land so desolate, so barren, only ignorant white men would enter it. We were done for, and without warning, a French whaling ship picked us up, 1 minute dying, the next, drinking coffee.
Our third and final night in our journey along the Great Central Road was held at the Gwalia gold mine in Leonora, but you'll need to wait until our next episode to hear more about this awesome donation camp. For now, thanks for watching. If you like what you see, please don't forget to like, subscribe and push that notification button.
Thank you for watching our journey across the Great Central Road. As you can tell, Mother Nature plays a big part in our daily travels. With that in mind, please make sure that you check the following. That your vehicle is in tip-top conditions and you drop your tyre pressures to the right PSI. Road conditions and also the weather conditions. Best time to travel between April and October. Anything outside of that is extreme. Apart from that, please, another 3. Stay curious, stay adventurous, and keep on exploring. Thanks for watching, and we will see you next time.